All right, good morning. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss with your Fantasy Football Week 11 weather report. Of course, the big news of the week with the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns having the game in Buffalo with that insane blizzard that dropped like 4 to 6 feet of snow in the area. The game was moved to Detroit inside a dome, so obviously now no weather issues impacting that particular game. But the East Coast is littered with very high winds and multiple games. Now, myself, I'm from New York. I've already been outside today. It is very, very windy, so passing games up and down the East Coast are going to be impacted. Now, Carolina at Baltimore, that's one such game. Now, right now, the temperature calls for 38 degrees. 16 to 20 mile an hour sustained winds and gusts to 30. So, you have Lamar Jackson, who's not the greatest passer already, having to deal with 30-mile-per-hour gusts. That's not a recipe for fantasy success. I think Mark Andrews will have a decent game in his return because it'll be short check down throws. But overall, I'm worried about Lamar Jackson. And certainly you bench DJ Moore as well with Baker Mayfield back in the saddle for Carolina. So this game is definitely going to be impacted. The New York Jets at New England Patriots, same thing. So 37 degrees, wind speed 16 to 20, gusts to 30. So again, Garrett Wilson, is he going to be able to make big plays down the field? I'm not sure about that one. Jacoby Myers, Elijah Moore operating in the slot might have a little bit more success. And also, you have to figure that, with Garrett Wilson, Zach Wilson under center for the Jets, they're going to be using a very run-heavy approach as well. They don't want him coming off a 3-interception game against the Patriots last time out a few weeks ago. They're not going to allow him to air it out in this game. So that's something to look at there. Now, Detroit Lions at New York Giants. This one, same situation. So 13 to 17 mile an hour winds, gusts to 30, wind chills in the 20s. So you look at the Detroit Lions, who obviously play in a dome. Amon-Ra St. Brown, it could be impacted, by a decent margin. The Lions haven't exactly done well on the road. They've been like gangbusters at home, scoring a lot of points, but on the road, not as much. So, I think you got to ding Amon-Ra St. Brown a little bit. I know he does catch a lot of short intermediate passes, so it shouldn't hurt that much, but I would bench Darius Slayton because I don't see Darius Slayton being able to make any, long passes, haul in any long passes down the field from Daniel Jones, and the Giants really don't throw it that much. Jones only passed 17 times last week. Las Vegas Raiders at Denver Broncos. So in terms of the weather here, sunny skies, 48 degrees, so not an issue there. So really, it's just those three games that I talked about. The Pittsburgh game, not a lot of wind in the Pittsburgh game there against Cincinnati. So it's just really that the Giants, the Patriots, and the Ravens, Carolina Panthers, you got to just be aware of. All right, again, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. More videos on the way today.